This show brought to you by Hungry Jack's. The burgers are better. And Bunnings Warehouse. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
It's going down. You already know. Truck time. Get ready when we hit the flow. Get your hands up. Get your mind right. Get ready for incredible. Battle ready. Stay cool under pressure. Win it all costs any means, any measure. There can only be one at the top spot. 9 teams all in to hit the last shot. Get ready for incredible.
Hello everyone, I'm Shane Heal and I'm here at the Sandpit in Wollongong for this big battle between the Illawarra Hawks and the Cairns Taipans. Both teams looking for their first win in the Hungry Jacks NBL season. But it's the battle between Melo Ball, who had 15 points and 8 assists in Perth in a loss on Friday night, taking on Scott Machado, who's a superstar. It's the battle of the backcourt between the rookie and the veteran. But let's get to our commentators, Dwayne Russell and Corey Homicide Williams.
Thanks, Hammer. Great to have the four-time Olympian downstairs with us, Shane Heal, for the evening's big one. And fantastic to have the MVP of 2010 from the NBL, Corey Homicide Williams, with me as well, watching this one unfold. It's the LaMelo Show. Corey, you've been looking forward to it.
I have been looking forward to it. First of all, I'm just glad to be calling the game with you and Hammer down at the Sandpit. Let me tell you something. This is what I've been waiting to see. Ball against Scott Machado. Let me tell you why. This is the first elite point guard, an NBA caliber point guard he's facing in this competition. Scott Machado is averaging 15 and 9 assists. He will lead the league in assists. That's what he does. He's a floor general. He sets the table for his teammates as well as himself. So it's really interesting now to see what LaMelo Ball does defensively against Scott Machado.
So his first 2 weeks, LaMelo Ball, this 18-year-old sensation from the US of A. Game 1, 32 minutes, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Game 2, 34 minutes, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists.
This young man is leading his team in scoring, assists, and steals. What more can we say about it? Listen, the Next Stars program is genius. That's how we got this young man down here. Okay, shout out to Jeremy for making that happen and the rest of the NBL. But we would never have an opportunity to see a guy like this here. So the stuff that he does and the way that he plays is just awesome. His court vision is incredible. He sees a mismatch right here. He sizes up vague, shoots that unorthodox but efficient floater. And he can shoot. He's shooting the ball not too well from the perimeter, but it can only get better, as we can see the starting 5.
Yeah, starting 5. Good to see Aaron Brooks starting. You've been calling for that as well, Corey.
Thank God Aaron Brooks is finally in the lineup. What have we been waiting on?
Yeah, absolutely. Blanchfield, Conrad, and big Josh Boone as well as part of the starting 5 for the Illawarra Hawks, who are back home looking for their first victory of this Hungry Jacks NBL 20. So a massive night for them. And the Cairns starting 5. Well, take us through those names, because it's a big night for Cairns as well. They're also coming off 2 losses in a row. They want to kickstart their season.
Oh, definitely. This is a brand new team, but the starting 5, the backcourt is Machado and Jerry, right? So clearly, DJ Newbill may not be playing in this game for the 2nd consecutive game due to a shoulder injury against the Kings. Quad Noyd had a quiet night. Has to get it back together. Deng and Oliver will be ready to play.
Yeah, we expect Noyd to have a big impact. 34 minutes game 1, 14 points, 12 rebounds. Same game time, game 2, but just the 4 points as opposed to the 14 points he had in game 1. Still had 7 rebounds, but he was 1 of 9 from the field. And scoring's been their problem for Cairns. They've only scored 71 and 74 points in their first 2 games. And they couldn't finish that game off against the Kings either. They led by 12, ended up losing that game against the Kings at home by 8, 71-79. So, yeah, big night for Cairns as well. Mike Kelly, 2nd season as Cairns coach. But this is the LaMelo Ball show we've been waiting for. Can't wait to see this one unfold. The crowd have turned out to Wynn Entertainment Centre to see this young 18-year-old kid from the USA that's given the NBL coverage on ESPN everywhere. US shows like Pardon the Interruption and The Jump. NBL's been getting airtime everywhere in the US because LaMelo Ball has brought his show to town.
Well, definitely, you know, he has 5 million followers on Instagram. He has fans all over the world. But even more important, it gives Illawarra more exposure than they've probably ever gotten in their existence. But also, it's good when people are looking at one person, they're going to also see the rest of this league. As we know, this is a world-class league. So anybody that does not know about the NBL that's interested in only LaMelo Ball will now know how awesome this league actually is.
Well, if he does fill this stadium, Wynn Entertainment Center, at some stage this season, he'll be the biggest crowd-drawing American ever to turn up to the Wynn Entertainment Center. He's got to beat Bob Dylan's 4,935 that turned up here on opening night for the opening of the Wynn Entertainment Center. Let's hope he can do that at some stage. Tip-off, we're underway. Great to have your company wherever you might be watching around the planet. Blanchfield comes up with it early. Conrad on the floor, and here he is. LaMelo Ball to Boone. Weaving it around, long shot. Comes from the hand of Blanchfield. None of 5 from three-point territory. Tries to get himself a sider early.
Yeah. Well.
And put his foot on the line, and that is exactly what. Back to your Hammer.
Starting lineup from the Illawarra. In the middle, and shooters allow Ball to be able to make plays. Threes on the outside.
See Aaron Brooks out there as part of the starting 5. 5 NBA games. That's how much experience.
Nice crossover. Unable to. Size 5 man, but really strong. And defend that perimeter 3 because he will let it go.
Just lost a handle on it there, LaMelo, but gets a chance to get it back again here. Here is Aaron Brooks, man of 608. 85 NBA games of experience, starting for the first time after starting for the bench in his first couple. Conrad sees that rim out, and here's Machado, who Corey Homicide Williams has been talking about as well, just out of the NBA as well. 4 games for the Lakers last NBA season. Scott Machado, and gave it up. It'll floater off the rim, doesn't fall for Noy. Brooks. Boone lost it, mopped up by Ball. Boone. With the fadeaway, tough shot. And it'll push under the bucket.
Illawarra offensively obviously have yet to get on the scoreboard. They're getting good looks. They had a couple of looks at the three-point line already, just unable to convert.
Oliver set it up again. Jeric, Deng, give, and the jam from Oliver makes a statement early.
And that was a very nice drop-off pass for an explosive dunk. Cam Oliver with all 5 points.
Just to reinforce the rim. He keeps doing that. Had a knee injury that restricted him game 1, Cam Oliver, as well, and he wasn't restricted there.
Oh yeah, showing emotion, super explosive and extremely athletic. Cam Oliver with all 5 points for Cans.
Brooks at the line. 9 of 12 so far this season in the 2 games that he's played so far. And shooting at the moment at just over 75% from the free throw line. Aaron Brooks. 10 years, 7 teams in the NBA. They brought him in as an experienced head. Machado. Ball Trying to shut him down, doesn't get in front of him, and Machado takes him to the hole.
And that is what people are going to focus on today. Melo Ball playing defense on a quality NBA veteran point guard. Can you keep him in front of you?
Conrad called for the travel.
Split him, split him.
And Job Deng just having a chat to Mike Kelly. Positive start for Cairns. Machado again. Deng flicked away by Boone. And it's Illawarra Hawks ball.
That's real good defense by Josh Boone on the post, getting his hand on that ball. Cairns Taipans have to be careful. Last game, they started out really good against the Brisbane Bullets, had 4 turnovers at half, and finished the game with 21 turnovers. If I was Mike Kelly out and that team, I would hate to see film the next day.
Boone with the look away. He actually should have looked, Josh Boone, because he didn't know where the corner was. He's spot on. Cairns leads the NBL in turnovers. Corey averaging 17 per game in the first 2 games, so has been a massive issue for them. Here's Ball and Machado again, head to head. Mirko Jeric gives it up, and another one called little travel. 7-2, cautious start. 2 teams that have lost their first 2 games. Illawarra lost to Brisbane game 1 by 9, lost to the Wildcats game 2 by 27.
That is definitely a travel.
Cairns lost to Sydney at home
Better late than never, yeah?
by 8 and to Brisbane by 16.
DJ Newbill just checked into the game. Guess his shoulder's all right.
No field goals for the Hawks, 3 turnovers. And Pat Boone has hit the deck. Cameron Oliver and Josh Boone, and he's bleeding from the nose. He must have got him.
Yeah, we know, we saw.
Okay, they're going to check this for sure. He well and truly got him. Big Josh Boone's a pretty solid unit. First season of the Hawks after 3 seasons at Melbourne United. Oh, his own man. Friendly fire. Conrad's elbow got him on the way past.
Oh, wow. Oh.
That's nasty.
All I saw was Tim Conrad's arm hitting, so.
Yep. Well,
He's good at that, that's all right.
lucky it was friendly fire. Had that been an opposition play, Conrad might have been out for a while after that.
Who?
Raised the elbow, didn't know it was
Timmy.
going to catch him on the way through. Josh Boone will be out of the game.
As well as Tim
Conrad, yeah. Hit him that hard. He's got blood splattered all over his elbow. See if there's any blood on the court here as well that could hold things up a little. But they've got 2 guys out now. 2 of their starting 5 out. Wow.
Going to hurt tomorrow.
Conrad blood off his elbow. Does look as if he was going to play on. They'll actually probably have to do a concussion test.
In a must-win.
And Josh Boone's been the warrior for there. Led the 17 and 2018. He'll be sore.
But they have a good substitute.
Yep.
As well as earlier for Kuwait North.
No blood on the resume in the gong. Violence falls over the crowd as well, knowing how context of this contest, so we'll keep an eye on that. Tough attempt at it. Could rim out. Crowd rose to their feet, so to get some minutes into some of their other stars like Greta, who steals this one back again after taking it to the bucket seconds ago. Dan Greta, second season of the Hawks. Ball. Under the bucket. H.O. Ogilvy, you mentioned him. There's the Hawk glory. Not quite. Greta tries to hassle his way to it, and he does well. Dan Greta giving them energy off the bench.
Good job by Greta coming in. Always gives his maximum effort on both ends of the court, as we can see right here. Good job.
So Greta to set it up. Hands it over to Brooks. Puts up the long bomb three, and finally get one from the field.
Illawarra, 16% from the field. Desperately needed that. They had
Machado. Jeric. Deng. Okay, it'll count. And he'll go to the line, gets a couple of low fives. And silences the crowd again. Good start from Cairns. Must-win contest for both teams. Both teams coming in without a win so far in Hungry Jacks NBL 20.
Okay, guys.
good move by Deng. Puts it on the floor, likes the mismatch. Todd Blanchfield in him. Nice soft floater in the paint.
Puts the first one in.
Point play completed.
The ball takes it down the floor. Blanchfield from outside.
Blanchfield says, right back at you.
Yeah, it was done a 5 from three-point territory so far this season, Todd Blanchfield. So that's his first of Hungry Jacks NBL 20. Jeric. Newell. Steps it inside, takes it outside. From long range, Deng, not this time.
Good defense, that possession by Illawarra.
Brooks. Two come at him. Man, travel. I caught a few of those early. The crowd, some oohs and ahs in the crowd. You can see Big Nate Jawai on the court at the moment. Not part of the starting lineup, but out there right now.
Well, that's
Okay.
really good defense.
Yep.
Referees have been correcting all the calls. Don't travel, they won't call it.
Turns baseline. Air.
Illawarra unlucky right there. They played really. Got to finish that play off. 2 every possession counts.
Here's our WhatsApp question for tonight. Which team out of these two will finish high on the ladder this season? Illawarra or Cairns? That one slapped away quickly down the floor. You can join the WhatsApp question as Ball takes it himself.
Good pass by the veteran to the young fella.
Scooped off the glass of Machado back down the other end.
And a nice take. You see with this tandem right here, the Melo ball doesn't have to run to the ball all the time because the former NBA most improved player.
Brooks, high five in the crowd, and will go to the line for the extra. They've got their chemistry up and running now, Illawarra. They can take the lead here with the extra.
And just like that, they jumped to 50% from the 3 and 44% from the field. Nice go-ahead pass for an easy layup by the young fella. Brooks is in his bag with a nice floater. He's a mismatch nightmare. Too little, too quick.
So Brooks at the line, 34-year-old. He's only small, only light, 73 kilos. So he could ride in the cup in a couple of weeks with a good sauna. He's not that heavy, but he brings some heavyweight performances.
Brooks only had 3 points the other night in Perth. And he's up to 8 right now.
From the corner, a little shake and bake work from Kenny. Gives it up. That one rims out from the hand of Newell, but good to see him back out there. And he puts up a second attempt, and this one drops.
Better believe he's coming to have a real big game. They missed him the other night.
Blanchfield ran into a brick wall and draws the foul, calling for travel. Wasn't given that call. And DJ Newbill, shoulder injury, missed game 2. 29 minutes, 10.6 rebounds in game 1. We know what he's got to bring to the table. DJ Newbill, career high of 32 points in a game against New Zealand in his time in the NBL. So he can bring some big numbers, and they'll need him to bring some big numbers to steal this one tonight.
They're going to need him to bring some big numbers all season for them to not finish wooden spoon. Make no mistake about that. He's a leader out there, and he has to come with it on a nightly basis for this team to have a chance to get a win. Cortez Groves, assistant coach, former Wollongong Hawk, former South Dragon, NBL champion. Good to see him part of the Illawarra Hawks coaching staff.
Blanchard finds his range, quickly down the side step, off the glass.
By the point guard. Pass, and as I said, he's gonna have. He meaning Newbill.
From Southern Miss and Penn State.
Remember, he's from Philly. He went to the same high school as Meek Mill.
There you go.
Yeah.
And our man Meek Mill's going okay at the moment. Have you spoken to him lately?
He's doing real good.
That's
I saw him this summer.
2 shots.
Don't the NBA players love him? Is your man Scott Machado from New York as well? Corey, is he from your neck of the woods? Where's Iona College from Machado?
Iona's about 10, 15 minutes from the Bronx. He's from Queens.
Okay.
Went to Iona, led the NCAA in scoring. His junior and senior season.
This is for Hungry Jack's Burgers all round. If he misses, he doesn't miss it. Yeah, good to see Scott Machado from Queens, New York, from Iona College. Might be the most famous American ever from Iona College, given that the great Don McLean of American Pie fame went there. Blanchfield off the rim, pulled down. Not your kind of music, I know, Corey, American Pie. Don McLean goes okay. He's not in Meek Mill's territory, but he goes okay. Brooks takes it to the hole and he gets fouled.
He is going okay right now. Brooks has a real good groove going on in his first quarter. And that's what Illawarra was missing. Offensively, they didn't get off to the best starts in the first 2 games. So to switch that up in the first unit, I think obviously it's a good look right now for them, as well as they were too big in the front court with 2 centers.
Here we go.
Brooks back to the line. Some good batter with each other. That was lucky to hit the rim.
Wait here, we got a start. Yeah, 1.
How are you seeing it from your angle, Hammer?
Well, you guys were speaking about Scott Machado. I went up and spoke to him before the game, and I said, how's your mindset coming into a game like this against the potential NBA #1? And he said, it's just like any other game. And I said, cut it out, mate. He could be an NBA star. He said, no, just like any other game. He said, how would you handle it? I said, I'd be sending a message to the 18-year-old, something to remember.
Nice work, Hammer.
And that is exactly why I love Hammer. Somebody got to send a message.
Yep, that's it.
Nobody's sending a message yet. So Hammer's correct. Somebody need to hit him or something. You can't let him get that comfortable at all times on this court. But anyway, back to what Scott Machado was saying, like it's another game. Got to also remember, Scott Machado played in the NBA with the Lakers. Who was his teammate? LeBron James.
LeBron. He's played with Steph Curry. He's played with James Harden.
Exactly.
Well, can't get any bigger names than that. So, yeah. Played with Houston, Golden State. He's played with the Lakers last season. Ogilvy, by the way, 2 fouls. And if we don't see Boone for the rest of the night, that could be big as well, given that Ogilvy's got 2 already. Newbill steps it back, foot on the line, take the 2 anyway.
One of Philly's finest. DJ Newbill is in really good form. 6 points in the first quarter.
Glover on the court now, gives that one up. Rebound for Kenny. Giving that mullet some length over the off-season. Jawai, Newell, Kenny. Hands it up to Oliver. Get some time, get some space. Anderson gave him a little bit of room. Didn't use it as perfectly as he would have liked. Brooks hands it to Nah. He's getting some court time now. Emmett Nah out there after 14 minutes game 1, 11 minutes game 2. Brooks hands it over from the corner. Glover, not this time. Quickly down the floor. Saved, and the shake and bake was delightful from Newell. He was hammered, but he'll go to the line for a couple.
Real good job by Newell in this quarter. Extremely aggressive at both ends of the court. This is what the Taipans have been missing, that other perimeter threat. When he's on the court, he's definitely that. Off to a really good start in this quarter.
Good standard of contest between these two at the moment. Hawks have won the last 6 against Cairns. 5 of those, by the way, have been home games, but they've got a good recent record against Cairns Illawarra. And that one rattles its way away. See if we can get everybody a feed, thanks to Hungry Jacks here with a second missed free throw. Rattles, and it is Hungry Jacks, and the crowd know it. They're ahead of the game. The code is Hawk for your free Hungry Jacks cheeseburgers, and you better get amongst it because we haven't had any for a while. Good to see. Kenny flicks it up, one of the great promotions of the NBL, the Hungry Jacks NBL 20. The code is Hawk. Write that down. Make sure you've downloaded the app. In the meantime, Jawai to the corner. Tough shot from virtually the line, and it rims its way out, and Brooks takes it down the court quickly. 1 minute left. Top of the key, gets the screen, gives it up. Glover flicks it back. Brooks takes it himself, poked it up, tried to rebound it, had 4 white singlets around him. The crowd getting involved early. Not happy with that call, Brooks. Yeah, it did look like it was a Hawks ball. Not happy with the call. 57 seconds left. Miko Jeric. Hands it up to Oliver. Machado gives it away as well. Back to Jeric, takes it inside. Back out to Oliver for 3. Dynamic start from Cairns this.
Cairns shooting 43% from 3.
2-for-1 chance here if Illawarra want it. Nah steps it inside. Found some space. Gave to Anderson. Back out again. Tough for Greta. Got his way there.
That is a beautiful slash and finish by the athletic Greta.
Machado with the last shot, you would think. Hands it away. Noy steps it in. That was delightful. What about that?
Beautiful penetrating dish underneath the basket for an easy dunk.
Quick fire attempt on the buzzer. And doesn't go anywhere near it from Emmett Nah, but it's a spicy opening, this one, at the Wynn Entertainment Centre in Illawarra. Both teams searching for their first victory of the Hungry Jacks NBL 20, and Cairns lead at quarter time away from home, 23-18.
Everybody commit to the D boards right now. Everybody. All right? Till we get it. We don't run until we get it.
We ain't getting much love at the rim, but that doesn't mean we don't continue to go there. Keep getting feet in the paint.
We're coming together, be real aggressive, crack, we're into it. Offensively, we've got corner, give us the horns wedge next time.
Next time down, invert. You're at the top. I want to put Sean Long in those pick and rolls up top.
You're going to clean up Casper's man. It's a layup for JT, or it's an open shot for Casper. If we don't have anything, we've got DK Casper pick and roll with JT and the dunker.
Keep playing the D, keep talking, keep in front, make guys score through our chest.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, I love our energy now. Let's finish this quarter. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Get on the height. Ready, together. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
No, I haven't heard about that. Tell me.
So what happens is
when the opposition miss 2 free throws at our home games,
the whole crowd get free cheeseburger.
Oh, wow.
So we don't want to give cheeseburgers now.
Okay.
I want them to get burgers, though.
I want you to make the free throws though.
I don't want to answer that. I don't know.
Cheeseburger Reuben, we call him.
I'm not giving no burgers to no fan.
I think Melo might get a little bit caught up in the limelight. I don't think he's used to it.
I don't plan on it.
He's casual.
Yeah. This is my guy. Don't be mad at me. Josh Boone.
I don't know, maybe Booney.
I think Josh Boone.
Josh Boone.
Oh, what? There's a burger in there.
Oh, okay, yeah, I want to offer it.
I really enjoy the Whopper.
I can get jiggy with that. Hungry guys.
Yeah, that's it, right? And then you hit him with the middle, out, in, and keep going.
Quarter time, Win Entertainment Centre in Illawarra, and LaMelo gets himself a couple. Brooks with 9 in the opening quarter for Illawarra, and Oliver with 10 for Cairns, who started this one well. 23-18 at quarter time, and we talked about a bit. They led by 12 against the Kings in their home game in Cairns in game 1. Lost that one by 8, but they started well again here and shown some great signs. And with the fact that Josh Boone could be done for the night, that could be a huge story unfolding, and Shane the Hammer Heel will bring us the latest as soon as he gets the latest there.
Real good start. Real good start by the Cairns Taipans. I mean, look at it. They're shooting 43% from the 3, 53% from the field. Playing really good defense and making Illawarra pay every chance they get. Versus Illawarra, 22% from the 3 at home. You're not going to be nobody shooting like that at home.
Juric gives it up. Oliver steps back on Anderson. Good rebound. Pulled down by Greeter. Quickly down the floor. Ball. Nah. Swift ball movement back to Greeter. And Anderson disposed of Juric under the bucket.
Illawarra getting looks. They're 2 for 10 from the 3. Just unable to convert. They've gotten pretty good looks so far in this game.
Machado. Sneaks it down the floor. Takes some time. Sets it up. Gets the screen. It was a bit too hard a screen from Juric. Crowder onto it. He's holding his palms out as if, what, me? Surely not me. And then he puts his hand up and says, yeah, me. Okay.
Was it a good screen?
Began his career with the Hawks back in 2013. Mirko Juric. Greeter. Ball. Anderson. Took plenty of time on the shot clock. Tries for the fadeaway. Tough shot. Ball nearly ripped it down. Oliver got there ahead of him. Machado flicks it back out. Long range. Noy. Not this time, but Machado retrieves it. Steps inside. 3 in his face. Juric. Oliver. And the tip goes. Doing everything right at the moment, Cairns. Blanchfield. Ball. Steps it inside. Floater on the run. Tough shot moving to his left. Quickly down the floor and flicked away by Nah from Noy's hands. Right, Noy, born in Sudan, school in the USA, but spent a lot of time here in Australia. Newcastle, his old home. Kuat Noy. Ball. Brooks. Got some space, found the gap, off the glass. Ripper moved that.
Real good move.
Machado. Got some space, didn't want to use it in the end, didn't want to turn it over either. Newbill. Dang, ripped away by Conrad.
Good defense, help shot by Conrad. Dang didn't even see him coming. Thought he was going to be able to get that over Blanchfield.
Just put it into row 6.
And Brooks is just too quick, too little, too crafty. See the help defense by Conrad. Cairns off to a really good start. Their first 3 games, this is the first 2 games and this game, they've been off to really good starts. Their issue is not how they start or the first 3 quarters. Their issue is the last quarter, how to close games.
Machado, he was fouled on the 3-point attempt, and Brooks not happy with his work there. But Machado just starting to elevate himself as well. I think Hammer's got an update on Josh Boone as well. Hammer?
Yeah, big news here, Dwayno. Josh Boone is out for the rest of the game with a broken nose. So extra responsibilities here for AJ Ogilvy and also Dave Anderson. Expect Froling to get some minutes too. I think his enthusiasm could help them tonight.
Sam Froling to get some court time. 8 minutes in game 1, 11 minutes game 2. Was probably expected to get a little anyway, but he might get a little more now. Huge news. Josh Boone out of the game as Machado pops the first in.
Always hurts when it's a must-win game and you get injured. But this hurts even more because you got injured by your teammate.
It's good for Cairns, though. They need a little bit of luck. Both teams need a little bit of luck, but for Mike Kelly and his team, second season at the helm for Mike Kelly, they do need a little luck to go their way, Cairns, and this might be the kind of game that goes all the way down to the wire. There is Josh Boone with the nose strap. Third free throw attempt doesn't drop. Quickly down the floor. Blanchfield hammered by Oliver on the way to the hoop.
That was a great fast break by Illawarra. The ball did not touch the floor. And if you're going to go up against a shot blocker, that is exactly how you attack the basket. Great ball movement.
Second season of the Hawks for Todd Branchfield. Townsville, Melbourne United, Sydney Kings as well on his resume. Came into this game with 83% free throw percentage. Puts both in with ease there. Machado again. Oliver Newbill. Got some stars, Cairns. Guys that can light it up. Deng hands it away. Long range shot from Noy. Hasn't found his range just yet, Guat Noy. 14 points game 1 when he was hot. Just the 4 points in game 2 when he wasn't.
Actually, none of them have found their range. Not this quarter. Both teams are 1 and 5.
Blanchfield. Ogilvy. Gives it to Ball. Single figure shot clock. He facilitates it to Blanchfield, and that again shows they're not finding their range. Deng rips down the rebound. Quickly to Newbill. Gets a screen for Oliver. So back out to Noy. This time looked perfect through the air. And it was all net when it got there.
That is a huge sigh of relief for Noy. Seeing the ball go through the basket.
Brooks steps back. Air ball off the fadeaway attempt. Machado quickly to Newbill. He sees a gap. Back out to Deng. Double whammy. 2 in a row for the Cairns Taipans. Biggest lead of the game with 6:40 left in the second. And the Hawks have some problems. No Josh Boone, and they trail by 11. Timeout Illawarra.
That is just really good basketball in a little stretch. 2 back-to-back threes have opened the game up to 11.
Let's sneak in on Matt Flynn, head coach of the Illawarra Hawks.
We're getting good looks, all right? That's the other end that's fucking killing us, fellas. We're not running hard enough in transition, all right? There's not enough. We talk about desperation in there. I ain't seen it yet. I haven't seen it one time. find someone, put a body on them, collide, go get the boards. We're off and running. All right? We're doing enough down here. We're getting good looks. All right? Stay with hand, sprint to spacing. We got into the hand drag one time. We get him on the rim. All right? Come on, fellas. Fuck.
Seen some big highlights so far this Hungry Jacks NBL season, but the OMG moment to beat all OMG moments so far has been this. Josh Boone collected by his own man on the way past Tim Conrad. Broken nose, out for the game. He hit him so hard, he split his own elbow.
Yeah, that hurts. He's going to feel all of that tomorrow for sure.
And that is the ONG moment of the night so far, and one of the biggest of the season. If the Cairns Taipans get up and win this, it's going to be a massive loss for the Hawks at home, but huge boost for the Taipans, who are in the middle of a 3-game road trip. Top 5 rebounders. Oliver's brought down 4 so far, after 4 rebounds in game 1 and 7 in game 2. Back to you, Shane the Hammer.
And right now, looks like 5 individuals, and the bench isn't even involved as well.
Thanks for that, Hammer. 33-22, 6:40 left in the second.
And as you heard Coach Flynn tell his team, you guys have to play better defense. They're getting whatever they want. Offensively is not the problem. They're getting looks. Eventually, hopefully, they'll knock them down. But defensively is where you got to tighten up.
Well, Brooks can score. LaMelo can score from way outside. That rims out. It's not been his territory so far in his time in Australia. LaMelo, none of 5 from outside of the arc game 1. 1 of 6 from outside the arc in game 2. But if you're left free, you've got to take the shot. Oliver, blessed to have the confidence to take it. Newell. Machado, Oliver, Newell. Ball movement, Madjock Deng. Back to Machado. Steps back for 2.
Holding 21 black, white ball.
So white ball, foul on Blanchfield.
Black 2, 1. Holding, one ball.
Illawarra have to do a better job rebounding. That's killing them. If nothing else, you have to rebound the ball.
Blanchfield caught for the hold. Wasn't a lot in it, according to that replay, but the hold on Noy to stop him from getting there for the rebound. Their number 1 rebounder, 12 in game 1, 7 in game 2. Big 5.5 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes coming up here to halftime. Cairns have the momentum, obviously have the lead, and the Hawks need a hero. LaMelo Ball with ball. Splits the middle, part of the seas, goes to the hole. Some LaMelo magic.
And that was a beautiful play by LaMelo Ball. Great finish with an extension with the left.
That's what we were after. Brought the crowd back to life. Machado at the other end turns it over. Quickly, LaMelo again. Euro step, tough basket. He had a crack at it. Thought he deserved the foul call. Didn't get it. And he's hobbling a little. Let's hope he's okay.
Unlucky with that one, but way to split the defense on that pick and roll and extend with the left.
Thing about LaMelo Ball as well, he's 18 years of age here in Australia under the Next Stars program. But he's a young 18 as well. He's 18 years 1 month. So by comparison, it's a young 18 as it's taken to the hoop by Kenny. Big difference between being 18 and 1 month and 18 and 11 months in terms of maturation playing against men. He's doing an exceptional job for that age. He's a massive star on the rise. Brooks floats it up off the glass and gives us another highlight.
Nice finish by Brooks as he single-handedly is keeping this team in the game. 13 points, 4 for 7 from the field. But
Noy loses it. Ball could take it all the way here. Thinks about it. 3 ahead of him. Pulls it back out. Blanchfield ran into a roadblock, had to go high off the glass. Ogilvy mops it up, and they are back. Illawarra might not have the lead, but they've certainly got the momentum. And Mike Kelly calls the Cairns timeout.
And that's exactly what Coach Flynn wanted from his team. More energy, more effort on defense. And that's what they got, a couple of turnovers, and now they got a couple of layups, and energy's back flowing, and they're back in this game.
35-28. Timeout called.
Yeah, hey.
Here's Mike Kelly.
Which play's the most important one? This one. That was 2 casual plays right there. Okay? Offensively now, straight horns. When we get something good offensively, we're great on defense. Roll Nate will be on the front of the rim. If we have it good, if we don't, we're straight into a pass and follow. Okay? We're going to transverse that way. Be aware they're starting to dive into those lanes, okay? So we can back cut, look at that. If not, we move it on, okay? Offensively, straight horns right here. One great minute right here. Be aware of their press break, okay? Be aware of the press break into zone O right now.
Good job by Coach, just telling his team to just settle down, get the ball through hands, and let the ball do the work. They were a little bit casual the last 2 possessions, as Illawarra was way more aggressive in the passing lanes, and as a result of that, 2 turnovers and 2 layups. Just want his team to settle back down and get back focused.
Chato again. Time to set it up. Sees Ogilvy, 3 come at him. Feeds it back out. Oliver's been hot, not this time though. Blanchfield the rebound. Ogilvy quickly to Conrad, had to reach, got some space. Got the big man in the air, didn't want to take him on. Brooks from way outside. Rebound Conrad, Brooks can have another look. Takes on Kenny, off the glass. Like shell of peas. Putting on a clinic now, Aaron Brooks.
15 points. He is cooking.
Oliver thought about it, gave it away. Jawai flicked away by Brooks, doing it at both ends.
That's the leadership they needed into the lineup, injected into the lineup. His energy's up more. He's more beat. He's giving them effort on both ends. Defensively, they are back in this game because of defense.
Only took 3 shots in game 2, Aaron Brooks, in that 15 minutes and 3-point game. Little shake and bake, Machado on the fadeaway. Had a good look down. Brings back out.
Dylan in the house.
Yes, absolutely. One of our all-time great tennis players has come to see some of the big stars, including LaMelo Ball. Brooks takes on Kenny. Hands it up to Ogilvy. Foul. And we'll go to the line for the extra and close this margin even more.
That's why they signed Aaron Brooks, for his veteran leadership and ability to make plays happen. If nothing else, give him the ball and cut. He will find you, like he just found Ogilvy. Good finish.
We know AJ can play. All NBL first team 2014, 2016, 2017. So 3 times he's been part of the best 5 in this competition. 5th season at the Hawks. Little quiet points-wise in game 2 with just the 4 in his 16 minutes. And he's been a little shaky at the free throw line, 2 of 6. He's now 2 of 7 this season. Machado, Oliver, Kenny. Well, they left him free, showed him no respect. He couldn't make them pay. And it's a Cairns ball. In fact, it's not a Cairns ball. Refs had a look at each other. And it's going to be Illawarra to take it. Brooks takes it down the floor. Ogilvy.
It's a layup.
Blanchfield.
Yeah, nice drive. The whole baseline was wide open.
8-0 run now for Illawarra, and they're 1 point away from Cairns. 35-34. Suddenly Cairns need a hero. Newbill, who was hot but's gone a little cold, steps back on Blanchfield, gets some space. AJ in his grill. Shot clock down to 7, 6, He's going to have to take it. Gave it to Oliver. Bomb from 3. Never looked likely. Illawarra could take the lead here and now. Quickly down the floor. They're in front. Blanchfield 2. And it's 36-35.
Great defense by Illawarra. That's what's got them back in the game. Closing out their defense by rebounding. Looking up, and now they're getting fast break points. This is Illawarra basketball right here.
And Mike Kelly calls for another timeout. Cairns Taipans had a handy break. They could see the shadow of half-time, and suddenly the Illawarra Hawks have lifted their rate and stolen the lead with 2:14 left to half-time.
Man, and like I said, defensively, they're all up and at them. But offensively, Aaron Brooks making plays happen for himself and others. If nothing else, give the ball to him. He will make plays happen.
Yeah, for those who are unaware, maybe watching the Hawks for the first time, we're talking about LaMelo Ball a lot, but Aaron Brooks is a genuine superstar. 685 NBA games over 10 years and with 7 teams from the University of Oregon. He's got a 43-point game for Houston against the Timberwolves, the highest by any former NBA player to have come to the NBL. So on that number alone, he's the best single scoring player that we've ever had come to Australia, Aaron Brooks. So he can turn it on. He came off the bench in the first 2 games to the surprise of many, but he started as part of the starting 5 tonight, and he is living up to expectations right now, Aaron Brooks.
And what I love, and I'm sorry to cut you off, but what I love more about it is he takes so much pressure off of LaMelo Ball. Yes, LaMelo Ball is here, but again, 18 years old in 1 month. So you need to put a legitimate veteran that can get busy and take the pressure off of him. And that's why it's a great pickup by Illawarra to have him here.
It's a great combo. And no Josh Boone for the rest of the game. So they've had that to overcome the Illawarra Hawks, and they've overcome it to take a 1-point lead. Over to you, Cairns. What have you got left? Machado's going to have to be your man. Steps back, top of the key, and he travels. He got AJ in the air, but didn't put the shot up.
Great defense by Illawarra. Good job, AJ, by being able to keep Machado, the crafty Machado, in front. Cam Oliver trying to get position, had position, but Machado couldn't see him. Ends up in a 3 seconds call. Illawarra ball.
1:54 left. Been a phenomenal last 5 minutes by Illawarra. Gesh off the bench now, getting some time for the Hawks. Gives that one up to Brooks. He was hotter than hot. Had to put the shot up just to check himself. Newble. Jawai poked away by Ogilvy, who's got a spark about him at the moment, AJ Ogilvy.
Good job. You know how that spark happened? When he got the easy basket dropped off from Brooks, getting them involved. You want to get your big men involved because defensively you need them on the other end, like we just saw. Good job, AJ. Real good minutes.
Absolutely. Gets to sit down for his trouble. Well-earned rest. Good to see the kids back. Basketball's back. The NBL is back. Hungry Jacks NBL 20. And the kids and the families are in the house again. Newble gives it up to Kennedy. Kenny gives it back to DJ from outside. He's going to have to play it again, DJ. Cairns Taipans needed that big time, and they're back in front by 2.
And it's Newbill again. As I told you earlier in this game, it has to be him to make big plays and be really aggressive.
1 minute left. Brooks steps it back. Gets some help. Froling on the floor. And Sam Froling has an impact.
Instant offense, coming in the game, being aggressive. Here's his opportunity. Boone is down. Ogilvy with a couple of fouls. Now it's your time to shine.
Did well there. Straight off the bench, straight into the points. 45 seconds left. Newbill steps back, steps inside. Little bit of slice and dice off the glass. Spectacular.
And I told you this was going to be a good game right here, D-Russ.
You did. You bounced in. You were ready to go from the outset. Brooks tried to part the seas, but he had a big man in his way. He couldn't quite get through, and it's pretty hard to get through that huge frame of Nate Jawai.
Tried to split the defense. Nate Jawai hand got caught in the cookie jar.
I think Brooks was thinking of going through his legs at one stage. 40-38, 30 seconds left. Joey has a sit down. Couple of fouls already for Big Nate. Conrad gives it up. Brooks, who's put on a show, hands it out instead. Oh, slip on the slippery floor from Desh. Last shot now for Cairns. Newbill can set it up. You think it's his shot to take now. Milks the seconds down. He's got Kenny riding shotgun there for him if he wants him. Thought about it. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Kenny still waiting in the corner. Made it tough. 2 points will do. Rims out. Foul under the bucket. And one. Deng will go to the line with 1.5 left. That's nasty.
It's a big offensive rebound by Cairns. Illawarra did a real good job, but did not box out at the end to complete the defensive play. And that's exactly what happens when you don't box out. Good job by Deng.
Same lead essentially now as they've had in their first 2 games. Cairns at this stage of those games, they've lost them both, but they look in better shape to steal this one away from home. No Josh Boone for the rest of this one. 1.5 left. Chance for a Hail Mary, and that's it. And it is not taken. Seconds tick down, and it rims out. It wasn't going to count anyway, we're told. Halftime at the Wynn Entertainment Centre in Illawarra. And fantastic to have your company wherever you might be watching around the planet. We've got a ripper. Aaron Brooks has put on a show. Lamette balls come to play. Scott Machado turning it on. And DJ Newbill stepped it up as well. Cairns 43, Illawarra 38 at the half. Shane Heal's about to get us an interview from downstairs, but you would not know from the performance of these 2 teams so far that both teams have come in without a win. Both teams losing games 1 and 2, but perhaps it's an indicator of the energy from both of them. They know how big this is. And for Cairns, game 2 of a 3-game road trip, went down to Brisbane a couple of nights ago in Brisbane. Want to bring this one home so they can get one on the board after leading in the first couple of games and being knocked over. Head down to Shane the Hammer Heel during our halftime break. Stick around. It's Cairns 43, Illawarra 38.
Season is underway, and we got your 10 best plays at your Aldi Mobile Top 10. And at number 10, Lamar Patterson gets the steal, and somebody cue the Star Wars theme. Nathan Sobey hammers this one in for Brisbane at number 10. On to number 9, and shot clock winding down, but there's a new kid in town. The conquering hero Mitch Creek comes back home, dropping the 3-point. It's the first ever appearance in the top 10 for the Phoenix. At number 8, new import Dario Hunt gets rejected like week-old sushi. Sean Long just too strong as he swats that shot at number 8. On to number 7, and it's the top 10 debut of LaMelo Ball, y'all. Hopping into the passing lane before. At number 6, look out for the decal. DJ Newbill takes a spill as Kevin puts him on skates. Lish gets the swish for Sydney, and that's good for number 6. On to number 5, and Chris Golding turning the Phoenix defense into rubble as he lobs this one up to Mr. Double-Double. Sean Long from the ceiling with feeling gets in at number 5. At number 4, Scott Machado is a magician with 360-degree vision. Behind the back to the outback, we go to Utah for number 3, where Ed Davis thinks he's free, but no, sir. Adelaide's Eric Griffin makes Salt Lake shake as he busts out the defensive rake. He gets the block and lands at number 3. At number 2, hello world. It's the debutante Ball, and Taylor Braun got floor seats. Not once, but twice as Melo Ball sliced the defender like ice cubes in a blender. Illawarra has a star at number 2. But at number 1, last year's finals MVP left free on a 3. The Wildcats will take that every time as Terrico White tickles the twine for Perth. Melbourne feels the pain as Terrico makes it rain to land at number 1 on the NBL Tournament.
Been highlights aplenty in Hungry Jack's NBL 20 so far. And this one living up to expectations at the Wynn Entertainment Centre in Illawarra. Kent's Taipans led by 5 at quarter time. They lead by 5 at a half time. Illawarra has some stars. Blanchfield, Brooks, LaMelo Ball. But they don't have Josh Boone for the rest of the game. He's out with a broken nose. Deng with 11 points and Newbill with 11 points for Cairns. And you know that Scott Machado is probably going to get it going at some stage in the second half as well. There's some numbers. Corey Homicide Williams, NBL MVP, to talk us through them.
And when you really look at this game, it comes down to 3-point field goal percentage. Pretty much everything else is pretty much even. Okay, Cairns obviously not shooting that well from the free throw line, but all across the board, everything is pretty much even outside of that.
Halftime highlights, you mentioned Machado. He lit it up early. Player just out of the NBA, 4 games for the Lakers last season, so we expected him to do it. And Cairns did well. Newbill, who didn't play in game 2 because of the shoulder injury, he started to light it up. And then it became the Aaron Brooks show, and you were looking forward to the Aaron Brooks show.
Yes, indeed, I was. You know, he played 14 minutes in Perth, so he had to come out with intent tonight, and he did that so far in the first half.
Always great when the big guns deliver. DJ Newbill's been delivering. Aaron Brooks has been delivering as well. And Shane, the Hammer Hill, how are you seeing it from your angle?
Well, I'm loving Aaron Brooks playing nearly 19 minutes so far in this first half. He didn't get on until the 3-minute mark in Perth in the first quarter. So he's playing with aggressive mindset, 15 points, as you guys mentioned, 4 assists. So he's looking to distribute as well. The thing that's hurting the Hawks, only 2 from 14 from the 3-point line. So if they start knocking a few of them down, they caused 9 turnovers in that first half. If they get in a stance, get some steals, get off to the races, then they're a big chance to be able to come home in the second half.
And that is exactly, Hammer, what Coach Flynn would be telling them at halftime right now. Hit a couple of shots from the perimeter. This is our game. Continue to play defense. This is our game. Aaron Brooks is going to start and finish with him. 15 points. 1 of 4 from the 3, but he's doing a lot of his work getting to the basket, as you can see with the shot chart. All the stuff that he's doing, the damage he's creating is in the paint.
Fantastic to have Shane Heal, a 4-time Olympian, downstairs. Last word with you, Hammer, before we look at some of the highlights of the round so far.
Well, it's a close game. You can see both teams are really desperate to get their first win of the season, and it's going to come down to execution and what sort of belief the Illawarra Hawks have got to be able to make shots in front of this home crowd.
Wildcats have really been impressive early, Corey, but they're impressive every year.
I mean, look, I learned my lesson if nobody else. Do not discount the Perth Wildcats at RAC Arena. They come to play, and they come to play hard.
Yeah, they won that game by 27 against Illawarra. And Sydney Kings have been impressive as well, Corey.
Yes, they have. No Didi Lazada, but they did it by committee. Casper Ware doing what he does. Obviously, they played against Jerome Randall. He played against his old team. You know, played okay, but did not get the win. Andrew Bogut playing street ball. Andrew Bogut playing street ball. Jay Sean Tate.
Yeah, Tate's been good.
He's been really good. I had him in my top 5 this week. And, you know, it's just all class. You know, it's just a masterful performance by the Sydney Kings. Will Weaver looking good on the sideline, too.
Yeah, Casper Ware. Melbourne United are going to miss Casper Ware. Hey, and the Brisbane Bullets. Good start to the season from the Brisbane Bullets.
Definitely a good start. They started off getting their first 2 W's. Obviously, they played at the Armory, their home venue. And Nathan Sobey has been extremely efficient since he's put on this Brisbane Bullets uniform. He did it by committee in that game and got it done.
Yeah, they've got some stars. Lamar Patterson as well. Yeah, Nathan Sobey's a great pickup, really, when you consider how good he's been in this competition for a long, long period of time with the Adelaide 36ers. And it's good to see them up and firing.
And guess who also is up and firing? That man right
Robertson.
there, John Robertson.
The Phoenix have been the big surprise. People thought that their roster was good, but they didn't know it was going to be this good. And Robertson really lit it up.
And let me tell you all something. If you do not know who he was, you know who John Robertson is now.
So no Josh Boone for the rest of the night for the Illawarra Hawks, and they've got a 5-point deficit to overcome in the second half, but they do have the ball factor, LaMelo Ball, and they do have the superstar Aaron Brooks. So stick around, big second half coming away from the Wynn Entertainment Centre. Josh Boone in cotton wool, and this one up for grabs.
Season is underway, and we got your 10 best plays at your Aldi Mobile Top 10. And at number 10, Lamar Patterson gets the steal, and somebody cue the Star Wars theme. Nathan Sobey hammers this one in for Brisbane at number 10. On to number 9, and shot clock winding down, but there's a new kid in town. The conquering hero Mitch Creek comes back home, dropping the 3-point. It's the first ever appearance in the top 10 for the Phoenix. At number 8, new import Dario Hunt gets rejected like week-old sushi. Sean Long just too strong as he swats that shot at number 8. On to number 7, and it's the top 10 debut of LaMelo Ball, y'all. Hopping into the passing lane before. At number 6, look out for the decal. DJ Newbill takes a spill as Kevin puts him on skates. Lish gets the swish for Sydney, and that's good for number 6. On to number 5, and Chris Golding turning the Phoenix defense into rubble as he lobs this one up to Mr. Double-Double. Sean Long from the ceiling with feeling gets in at number 5. At number 4, Scott Machado is a magician with 360-degree vision. Behind the back to the outback, we go to Utah for number 3, where Ed Davis thinks he's free, but no, sir. Adelaide's Eric Griffin makes Salt Lake shake as he busts out the defensive rake. He gets the block and lands at number 3. At number 2, hello world. It's the debutante Ball, and Taylor Braun got floor seats. Not once, but twice as Melo Ball sliced the defender like ice cubes in a blender. Illawarra has a star at number 2. But at number 1, last year's finals MVP left free on a 3. The Wildcats will take that every time as Terrico White tickles the twine for Perth. Melbourne feels the pain as Terrico makes it rain to land at number 1 on the NBL tournament.
No Josh Boone for the rest of the game, as we've spoken about, but probably some extra minutes coming up for Sam Froling, extra minutes for AJ Ogilvy, extra minutes for David Anderson. The Cairns Taipans have come to the Wynn Entertainment Centre with a pretty good plan under Mike Kelly, 43 to 38 to the half. They've been good starters in both their games so far that have both been losses. Can they finish this one off, Corey Homicide Williams?
Well, this is going to be a coin toss. But I believe if Illawarra hits a couple of threes at home, which they should finish this game off.
Mate, Joe with a couple of fouls next to his name, had to sit early. Cameron Oliver was hot early, 10 points to halftime. Majok Deng, 11 points. DJ Newbill, 11 points, the major scorers for the Cairns Taipans. And Aaron Brooks, who we've spoken of at length at the half, 15 points, leads all scorers to halftime. And LaMelo hasn't really lit it up just yet, so hopefully he can have a big second half. The young teenage sensation from the USA, LaMelo Ball, who a large portion of the fans have come to see. Blanchfield was good early. Gave it up to AJ. Floater. Sensational.
Good finish. That's how you execute in the beginning of the third quarter. Get your big guy a touch. So now defensively, he's going to give you some more energy.
Machado hands it up to Oliver, gets a screen, runs into two, going nowhere, found a gap, gave it away. What about something out of nothing for Koat Noi to finish off?
That is a way to stay poised and find the cutter under pressure, Machado.
Bull. Got some space if he wants to have a crack at it, but he's been called from outside. Gives it to Conrad with the look away. He's the facilitator, LaMelo.
Big three by Illawarra. Let's see if they can shoot the ball better in this half. Can't shoot it any worse.
That was from way outside as well. Rebound for LaMelo. Takes it down the floor, wants to set it up again. Thinks about it, looks at the basket, looks at it again, takes on Deng, gets it off the glass, and it goes. We might have LaMelo time here in the second half.
And now it's time. Rebound, 1 assist. Now it's time to get his. The juices are up and flowing.
He had a look in his eye there. And he knew it was his shot to take. He just had to find the right shot to take. Hand off, Oliver. He's got a little cold on LaMelo. The ball's finding him. Thought about taking it all the way himself. Gave it to Brooks. Back out to Conrad. Outstanding from Illawarra. And they've taken the lead again.
And that is exactly all they needed to do was hit a couple of threes, but it starts on the defensive end.
4 of 4 from the field this quarter, and they were 0 of 5 from the field early in this game after a horror start to this contest. Okay, over to you, LaMelo. You've been finding the right guys at the right time. Gave it to Conrad. No way! From the logo. .51-45 in the blink of an eye. They were 5 down at the half. Machado hands it up. They need a bucket in a hurry. And it's unraveling quickly for Cairns. Ball to Conrad. To Blanchfield, who's been hot. Might as well put it up. Blanchfield delivers. This is awesome.
They are on fire early in the third quarter. Illawarra can't miss from the three. A tale of 2 different halves.
16 points off 6 of 6 shooting this quarter. Whatever they had at halftime, Corey, we want some.
We want some of that. Todd Blanchfield, 14 points. 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from behind the arc.
That hot dog would have tasted okay anyway, but it's going to taste even better now. Let's sneak in on Matt Flynn.
Energy through your defense. When we board, we're running, okay? The spacing is great. Hey, your spacing is great, all right? Next walk up, give us a hand. Give us a hand on the next walk up. Hey, let's go numbers. Next walk up, we're in numbers. Up. We're going through the 4 side. We go through the 4 side. First cutter, gone, cross pitch, down screen. Hey, post up on the down. 1, 2, 3.
Matt Flynn, head coach. He's gone from towel boy to head coach at Illawarra. And one of the great stories, really, he's been an assistant since 2007, Matt Flynn. He was the head coach of Illawarra High, sports teacher there, and now he's coaching their #1 franchise out of Illawarra. Fantastic story for Matt Flynn, and a fantastic story in this game. 54-45, Jawai had to retrieve it. Cairns need more. I don't get a hero here. Brooks has been sensational from the get-go. Goes it all the way himself off the glass. Finally, something goes against him. Ball mops it up. Back out to Brooks. Back out to LaMelo. And the 18-year-old puts up the bomb. Hasn't been his forte so far in Hungry Jack's NBL 20, but at least he had a crack. Machado pushed. AJ will be called for that one.
Illawarra right now has 16 points in the third. In the first quarter, they had 18 points. In the second quarter, they had 20. In the third already, they have 16 points.
Yeah, it's been a freak show. They need some response here quickly. They don't get it now. That one rims out from Mirko Jeric. Conrad. Blanchfield. And he really has delivered as well. LaMelo won't put up the three. Hands it off. AJ took the contact. Didn't get the call, didn't get the two. DJ Newell. Deng to the corner. Machado back to Blanchfield. Shot was there to take. Foul on the three-point shot. So this will be exactly what Cairns has been after. And Deng will go to the line for three. 50-50 from the free throw line though, Matt Jock Deng. So you can't put all three of these in the book, and that was definitely there.
That definitely was a foul. But from my angle, so was Ogilvy.
Yep. Brooks will get a well-earned rest. Pick 26 in the 2007 NBA draft by Houston, Aaron Brooks. What a big star to bring to the NBL he has been. They've brought the old guys and they've brought the young guys. Aaron Brooks, 34 years of age, and LaMelo Ball, 18 years of age. Riding shotgun for him for Illawarra. As Deng at the line.
34 years of age. He's still got some game.
Yes. That rattles its way in the end. First season at Cairns for Matt Jock Deng after three with the 36ers. That's a deep breath. Yeah, that was nice. Put some life back into this. LaMelo, Conrad. Ogilvy on the dance step backwards. Little back step and pops it in.
And that's just really good minutes by Ogilvy. Good job by Conrad with the extra pass to his big fella who's been playing really good basketball for him. Josh Boone isn't there. He knows he has to step up, and he's done that so far in this game.
Get the turnover again, and Big Nate Jalwai's not having a good night at the office at the moment. Won a championship for himself a couple of years ago at the Wildcats, but hasn't had the best of nights tonight. Shane Heel, how are you seeing it?
Challenge for Cairns now. They've had a lead in the first half in all three of their games, and the third quarter has been a problem. So they need leadership. They've got a lot of experience out there, but we want to see who's going to step up when it counts.
And absolutely right, Hammer. Right now, you need to see that backcourt of Cairns step up. Scott Machado, offensively, need to get some more buckets. DJ Newell also need to pick up right where he left off.
Had his pocket picked there, Newell, but that one was mopped up out east and foul on the way to the hoop. Matt Jock Deng again will go to the line.
Good job by Deng. Good job by Deng being able to get to the free throw line. It's outside of him, nobody else is scoring for Cairns.
Still well and truly in touch here, Cairns. Can they weather this Illawarra storm? They couldn't get any hotter in the patch they had coming out after halftime, Illawarra. But if they can weather this storm, Cairns, and stay in the game, still got the scorers that can put a quick number on you. That was never in doubt through the air from the hand of Matt Jock Deng.
Majic Deng, 15 points, 4 rebounds. He has come to play. Others have to join the party. This team cannot do it individually. They have to do it collectively.
So was he in too early here? Oh, he's fouled on the rebound attempt. So the foul's been caught on Conrad on the rebound attempt. Matt Flynn not happy.
Okay.
And he gets a little warning just to be careful. Here it is again, Conrad and Machado. Yep, the push. So Scott Machado, who, as you said, Corey, needs to lift his rate a little, find some scoring. Scott Machado, and he needs a break or two. And Jawai, they get the turnover for the push by Jawai.
Good defense, just clogged the paint up. right now, when you really look at it, they could have that many. They could have 3-4 people in the paint because Cairns don't have any legitimate three-point threats on the court.
3 fouls now for Joe White. 49-56. 5 minutes left in this third that's been owned by Illawarra. Great to have four-time Olympian Shane Heal downstairs with us and NBL MVP Corey Homicide Williams up here with me. Great to have your company wherever you're watching the Hungry Jacks NBL on this Monday night. Ogilvy, Brooks has had a rest, hands it back to Ogilvy, takes on Newell through the contact, but didn't get the foul or the bucket. Kenny, Newell, Machado. Jawai back to Kenny, hands it up, Deng. Well, he had the opportunity at a three. Big push by Jawai, and that's foul number 4 on Nate Jawai, and it was obvious.
And that's a foul you cannot do. You're right in front of the referee. Your team needs you. You are down. You cannot do a foul like that in front of the ref.
Passed off that shot, Deng. So 4 fouls for Jawai. Little poke away, Machado nearly got it away from Brooks. Good pressure up the court though. Emmett Nah. LaMelo having a rest at the moment. Conrad turns inside on the fadeaway. Tough shot, Machado with the rebound. Can he find the hole at the other end though? He doesn't. He finds Ogilvy. He stole it back, Machado gave it back. The foul and the jam attempt. What about that? Aaron Brooks, little muscle flex. Says I got you covered. I might only be 73 kilo, but don't try and break me in half.
That just shows the athleticism that this young fella has and the strength. Not young fella, but little fella. Then he flexed on him.
He did flex on him.
You're not going to dunk on me.
All 73 kilos of him now. Oliver was hot early. 10 points to half-time. He's gone a little quiet. He needs to heat up again, Cameron Oliver. Talked about a knee injury restricting him in game 1. Had 7 turnovers in game 2 as well. 25 minutes, 16.7 rebound game. First international playing contract for Cameron Oliver from California and the University of Nevada. So he's maybe going to take his time to find his feet. We see a lot of imports come to Australia after playing in 4, 5, 6 different countries. A bit different for Cameron Oliver. And we asked the WhatsApp question earlier on, which of these two teams, as AJ takes it to the line and gets fouled, is going to finish higher on the ladder. Here's the answer, according to you, from our WhatsApp question, and it's pretty close. Hawks 52%, Taipans 48%. Who will finish higher on the ladder this season between these two? And it's only early. Even the loser of this, even though they'll start the season 0-3, still the dust hasn't really settled yet. New Zealand hasn't played. Melbourne United's also winless, and you know they're going to be a contender. They're about to come back from what was a spectacularly good performance this morning against the LA Clippers, where they led by 4 at halftime and went down when the Clippers turned it on in the second half. But first NBL team ever to score 100 against an NBA team. Melbourne United this morning, with Melo Trimble starring with 22 points. So good performance by Melbourne United representing the NBL against the NBA this morning at the Staples Center. Newell gets it back. Tough three-point attempt, and it was halfway down. Deng had a piece of it, and Cairns come up with it. Illawarra fans don't agree with the refs. Not Cairns ball.
Good hustle by Deng. Illawarra have done a great job defensively in this quarter. But you do not want to get a little bit lax because you have the lead. You have to continue to do the little things that have gotten you the lead.
Like it might have been off Deng. Steal from Brooks. He might take it all the way himself. from the root to the fruit from Aaron Brooks.
And that was all class. Aaron Brooks, 17 points with a beautiful finish. 5 assists, 5 rebounds.
That's a little one-man game from him. That was magnificent. Newble off the glass. He's done it to lift his rate as well. That was nice. Keeping Cairns in it.
Newble with 13 points now. I'd like to see him more aggressive. He's only taken 7 shots. Yes, the game is close. However, he's going to be the key.
Brooks again flicks it back to Conrad from way outside. Huge arc on that air ball. And foul. Emmett Nah pulled it down. Got one to the eye for his trouble.
Beautiful reverse. Saw Dan coming. Dylan likes it.
Yeah, don't we love Dylan Alcott's work as well. One of the stars of Australian sport. Good to see him here at the Wynn Entertainment Centre. Brooks has a sit down. 53-59 for all of Illawarra's dominance in this third quarter. This one well and truly alive still. LaMelo ball back out there. Hands it up to Anderson. To the corner. Flicked away from Greeter.
6 seconds. Here you go.
Glover getting some court time now for Illawarra. Greeter puts it back outside. Anderson with a long bomb attempt, and the mop-up doesn't work from Glover. Didn't get the call on LaMelo. Pulls it back out. Said, I've got it covered, boys. Leave it to me. Steps it back. 6 on the shot clock. Gave to Anderson. And Anderson can't deliver. Another shot. And finally tipped. It was messy, but it worked.
Good job by the veteran. David Anderson continues to fight on the boards. 8-point lead, Illawarra.
Newble.
Uh-oh.
Jam from Oliver. We've been waiting for it.
That's his 3rd jam of the game. 14-5. So explosive.
Yeah, he needs to rise to the occasion, Cameron Oliver. He did there. Needs to continue doing it. LaMelo again.
Sizing up the comp. I think he likes this mismatch. I think he sees this like a mismatch.
Takes on Noy. Feeds it out. Gives it to Glover. Oliver hands it off to Newble. Big 1.5 minutes coming up here for momentum heading into the last break. Hands it back. Majok Deng. Not this time. LaMelo. Couple of dance steps behind the back. Crossover on Kenny. Feels for it. Back out. Anderson again for the three-pointer. This time, all net from old David Anderson.
Nice. High screen and pop.
Still got it. NBL debut back in 1998 with the Hawks a long time ago as Glover hits the deck. DJ Newble and Glover, some hard contact, and we've seen a bit of hard contact in this one tonight. There's some spice in this. It means a bit right now.
A couple of technical fouls have been given out.
Okay.
Good defense by Glover. Way to slide your feet.
Put the shoulder down.
Okay, so who's the fouler? Who was the ball handler?
25 shooting.
Who was the shooter?
25.
Okay, so
So you want to take the technical as well? So you take everything?
Newble goes to the line for the first of the techs.
Coach Flinney got that tech right there.
Okay. Well, we got a warning earlier, Matt Flynn. So that's probably why they didn't cut him any slack here with this one. Wasn't happy with the call because his man hit the deck. Angus Glover and DJ Newble appeared to put the shoulder down. But again, Cairns needed a break. Illawarra had all the momentum.
One shot.
47 seconds left in the third. Over to you, Melo. Hands it up again. Takes it back again. Glover. Nah. Anderson. Shot clock down to single figures. Little Kenny on him. Hands it out to the corner. Not this time. Rebound's going to be big here. 24 seconds left. And it's going to be an Illawarra ball. 14 seconds left. So you can see that shot clock, game clock differential here. Cairns will get it back. Just depends on whether they can get the stop. They're led by 5 at quarter time, Cairns. Led by 5 at half time. Greeter takes it inside. And he was fouled.
Illawarra have gone small ball. 4 out, 1 in is what they're running right now. So there's a mismatch after that pick and roll is set by Dave Anderson. And they're looking to exploit that.
Matt Flynn up out of his chair. Must have wasted time putting a chair there for him. He hasn't sat on it much. Daniel Greeter at the line. 9 points in game 1, 5 points in game 2 for Dan Greeter. Puts both in here. So last shot of the quarter. Unless something bizarre happens for Cairns to set it up. Who takes it? Corey Newball's ball to take.
Yeah, it's Newball's ball.
No Machado out there. Oliver's out there with him. Newball. 3 come at him. He slips. Has to get it away. Does. Kenny to the corner. And Noy was going to collect it, but with 2.7 left, they're going to have to come up with something tricky here, Cairns.
Really good quarter by Illawarra. They came out, set the tone early. Playing really good defense, rebounding the ball good, taking care of the ball, hitting shots from the perimeter. That's what has them in the lead.
But Kenny with the inbound. You know he wants to probably find Newball. 2.7 left, so they could put it on the floor. See what they come up with here. Newball buffeted and pushed. Hands it up, and the jam! Chris Lovick, the surprise option on the buzzer. No one was really looking to shut him down. They thought someone else would go to get it, and Mike Kelly set it up beautifully. Cairns led by 5 at quarter time. They led by 5 at half time. The Hawks had their cage rattled, came out breathing fire in the third, and we've got a game with a quarter left. 6 points the difference.
Everybody commit to the D boards right now. Everybody. All right? Till we get it. We don't run until we get it.
We ain't getting much love at the rim, but that doesn't mean we don't continue to go there. Keep getting feet in the paint.
We're coming together, be real aggressive, crack, we're into it. Offensively, we've got corner, give it the horns wedge next time.
Next time down, invert. You're at the top. I want to put Sean Long in those pick and rolls up top.
You're going to clean up Casper's man. It's a layup for JT, or it's an open shot for Casper. If we don't have anything, we've got DK Casper pick and roll with JT in the dunker.
Keep playing the D, keep talking, keep in front, make guys score through our chest.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, I love our energy now. Let's finish this quarter. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Together now. Ready, together. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Cairns coach Mike Kelly must be a genius. Krislovic on the buzzer. No one expected it. He played 9 minutes in game 1. Fabian Krislovic, no points. 10 minutes in game 2, no points. He was on the court for a couple of seconds in game 3. Hadn't had any points yet. And they give it to him on the buzzer for the jam. And Fabian Krislovic has kept Cairns alive, 60-66. And he's still on the floor now. Gives it to Machado. Steps back for 3. Not the start they were after. They needed Machado to find his range, and he hasn't found it yet. Illawarra searching for their first win of Hungry Jacks NBL 20. Cairns Taipans likewise searching for their first win after 2 losses so far. Up for grabs at the moment. This one's taken by Greedy. Was given a little nudge. But again, Illawarra without Josh Boone, who's out for the rest of the game with a broken nose, courtesy of his own man, Tim Conrad's elbow.
This is a good offensive set Illawarra is going with. They're going 4 out, 1 in, which puts on a pick and roll after David Anderson sets it a big on a little. David Anderson is good at pick and pop, so if they clog the paint, you can just kick it to him for a wide open look.
Dan Greeder at the line.
Knocks the second one down. He's had a solid outing for Illawarra tonight.
Machado needs to find the hole in a hurry here. Been a little quiet. 13 points in game 1, 16 in game 2. Needs to turn it on here. Takes it to the hole on cue. As if he knew we were talking about him, and will go to the line. Scott Machado.
Big finish by Machado. This is the 4th quarter. Here's been the issue so far in this early season with the Cairns Taipans. And we can go back as far as last season. They've always been in games. They just never were able to close the games out. It is up to Scott Machado and DJ Newbill to close games out in order for them to get wins, period.
And Machado puts it in. He's been big on assists so far this season. He's the #1 assist man in the NBL so far this season. 8 in game 1, 10 in game 2. But as Corey Homicide Williams has told you, he's got the responsibility of actually scoring. His ball takes it and was slammed in the end on his way to the bucket. We'll go to the free throw line after being hammered, LaMelo.
And that's exactly how you have to go to the basket. You attack it to finish. You see a big guy coming, you go to take the rim off on his head. That's how you attack the basket. And Krislovic, that's how you make him feel it.
Yep.
You don't let no 18-year-old go up and try to dunk on you.
Shane Hill.
Guys, the stats are even to 3/4 time as far as field goal percentage and rebounds. The big difference for me is the turnover count. 14 to Cairns, only 7 to the Illawarra Hawks. So Cairns need to be able to create some turnovers, get some stops, get out to the races to create some easy points.
Yeah, good point, Shane. The hammer heel downstairs, 4-time Olympian LaMelo at the line. Missed the first, gets the second. 7 of 11 from the free throw line this season. LaMelo ball. Machado being hassled by Brooks. Tried to keep in front of him. Machado took it himself, draws the foul. Happy with that. And Brooks might have to be a little careful from here on in. This one could even be headed to overtime the way we're traveling. And Brooks has 4 fouls now.
And now, Scott Machado or the Cairns Taipans coaching staff should let Machado know he has 4 fouls. Brooks. She's being subbed out right now. Now it's time for Machado to step up, as I stated before. And he has to know that. He's been in situations like this before.
Yeah, we talked about the fact that played 4 games for the Lakers last season. He's also played for Houston and Golden State in the NBA. Played with guys like LeBron James, Steph Curry, James Harden. He's played with the biggest of the big, Scott Machado. And this is his time now. There's a game to close out with 8:50 left. He brought in to lead this team.
D-Russ, told me something earlier. What was his real name?
So his real name's Michael. It's not Scott, but he changed his name because he's from New York. He was a big Knicks fan. He changed his name to Scott because he disliked Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls for beating the Knicks so far that he didn't want to call himself Michael anymore. He didn't like that name, Michael. It reminded him of Jordan, so he changed his name to Scott. So his real name is still Michael, but he doesn't go by Michael. It's just a reminder of the great Michael Jordan. That's how much he loves his basketball. Machado nearly pulls down the rebound for us on cue. Good to have him in Australia, though. Michael Scott Machado. Scott is his middle name. That's why he's gone to that.
That is one of the funniest name-changing stories.
Well, how many kids around the world are named Michael because of Michael Jordan? He's done the opposite. He's unnamed himself. 65-69. Big finish coming up. You can sense it here. Jawai's on the bench with 4 fouls. Brooks is on the bench with 4 fouls. Matt Flynn up out of his chair, shaking his head. Conrad's got the nugget, gives it away. Emmett Nah now to set it up. 4 on the shot clock. 3. Gonna have to put it up. Conrad on the buzzer, slapped by Oliver. Draws the foul with the buzzer about to go. And that's his 4th foul now. So Cameron Oliver joins the boys in foul trouble.
It's a good find by Nar to a cutting Ogilvy. Ogilvy's had a really big impact on this game.
Yeah, no Josh Boone. He had to step up. We know he can step up, AJ, as we mentioned earlier. 3-time All-NBL first team. So he's a star when he's going. He's had some quiet games over time as well. But when he's on, he's one of the best in the comp. 13 points game 1. He was a star in game 1. A little quieter in game 2. 16 minutes and just 4 points, 2 rebounds. But this has been a fantastic display by AJ Ogilvy. 71-65. Machado. Oliver hands it up to Newell. To Deng. They've got a good 5 on the floor at the moment, Cairns. Machado has thought about stepping it back. Oliver, 4 on the shot clock. Machado tries to get Conrad in the air. Gives it back again on the buzzer. Rattled its way halfway down. And Newell the rebound. Some second chance points coming up. Machado from way outside finds the hole finally from outside the arc.
Big 3. NBA range by Machado. 14, 3, and 4.
And it's down to a 1-possession game. 68-71. Oh, good find by Ball.
Oh, my goodness.
AJ Ogilvy didn't even know he was there. Wow. And Ball knew he was there.
Beautiful pass. If you're a big man, you gotta love playing with that kid.
Yeah, you know you're going to get it when he doesn't look at you. What about the spin move by Machado? Machado was on the lazy Susan. He did a full 360 and then gave it away.
One beautiful play on one end deserves it on the other. 2 dynamic point guards dishing it off and diming it off to their big fellas.
It's game on at the moment.
Scott Machado from 3. Nice spin move. Dime over.
One only.
Good cut by Noy.
1.
He's enjoying where this game's at right now. Scott Machado. So Noy puts in the extra 2-point game. Ball. Machado tries a little bit of D. Oh, the dish wasn't quite there. So Machado quickly down the floor, hands it up. This is for the lead. Rattled its way out. They get the rebound. Noy, a little slip. Collects it to Newell. To Machado. They can still take the lead here again, Cairns. Big Nate Jawai hands it up to Deng with the jam. Madjock Deng.
The body count rises. Put Ogilvy in the bucket.
Ball takes it back out, 73 apiece, and he gives this away. One of his first turnovers for the year. Hand off, Jawai, all 130 kilos goes to the bucket.
That is just a beautiful fat pass And a soft, gentle finish by the Giant.
And AJ Ogilvy joins the boys in foul trouble. He's now got 4.
Beautiful finish. Way to run the floor, big fella.
Timeout, Illawarra. So Brooks has 4. Ogilvy has 4. That's for Illawarra. And we know that Oliver's got 4 and Jawai's got 4. And this one could go to overtime yet. 75-73. 6 minutes left in the fourth. It's been the kind of game, Corey Homicide Williams, we don't want to win.
We do not. As you can see, the top 5 scores. Aaron Brooks, 4 fouls, 17 points. Majik Dang, 17. DJ Newbill, 16. Oliver Machado, 14 apiece.
We're blacking that. We're blacking that.
Here's Mike Kelly.
Yeah, good. Offensively, trans reverse, move it, set screens. Keep looking to really attack off those screens, okay? You guys are getting in the middle. Everyone else is open, okay? Keep attacking that, all right? Pick and roll defense, trans reverse on offense. Here we go.
Coach Kelly encouraging his team, giving out the instructions. They've been looking good these last couple of possessions. This game has just been a seesaw battle. Both teams desperately wanting a win. Nobody wants to be 0-3, D-Russ.
And look at the crowd. Some pensive looks on the faces of the Illawarra Hawk fans in the crowd as Jawai goes to the line. He's a little 50-50 from here. And that was nice through the air. Yeah, they're a little worried. They don't want to start 0-3. Cairns Taipans gave up the lead after leading at quarter time and half time. They've got it back now by 3. And the foul, Blanchfield got in the air. Thought it was going to drop, didn't.
That's a good offensive set. Got the ball through a couple of hands. Nice cut by Blanchfield. Goes to the line for 2.
8-point run for Cairns about to end.
Good way to stop the bleeding.
Yeah. Matt Flynn back in that chair. Blanchfield's had a pretty good night at the office as well. Puts both in. 1-point game, 6 minutes left. Machado has got a spring in his step. Brooks is back on with 4 fouls. Will he take him on? Noy hasn't had a big night just yet. Jawai backs in on Ogilvy. He's in foul trouble. He had to leave him alone, AJ. He had to say, okay, big boy, you take it. I foul you. I'm done.
Cairns, way to recognize that. Big fella, good move.
Brooks runs into Jawai, gives it away. Deng retrieves it and a foul. Travel. Okay, so Deng is claiming that it wasn't his flaw, wasn't his failure, but the ref saying he travelled, and Mike Kelly not convinced with that call either.
Either way, at least AJ Ogilvy did not get his 5th foul. Well, for Illawarra at least.
Blanchfield. He used the elbow on Noy a little, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Both teams. Next foul. Looks like they'll be a bonus. Cairns.
Perfect 6 from 6 for Todd Blanchfield from the free throw line for the night. And coming into this, he was 5 of 6, running at 83%. So take it from those numbers. He's pretty reliable here, and will probably drop both of these.
And it is 2. It's shooting free throws every foul now on for Illawarra. Points for Blanchfield.
Bit of pressure down the floor from Illawarra at the moment. Machado. Brooks with him, but again, Brooks is on 4 fouls. Deng hands it up. Newbill. Machado. He's found his range. Noy hands it to Jawai. Here's that move again. AJ on 4 fouls in his face. From the side of the backboard, AJ pulls it down. They can take the lead back here, Illawarra. Brooks takes it alone. The reverse doesn't drop for him. Edge of the seat start for the moment. Machado quickly down the floor, poked away by AJ. Conrad saves the day. He gave it up. Foul on Newell, ran into Blanchfield.
Great.
Exactly what Illawarra wanted.
Great defense. I cannot not say this. All game, AJ Ogilvy has been there for Illawarra on the defensive end. He's been playing great defense, and that's why they're in this position.
Talked about Blanchfield having a good night at the office. Game 1, 33 minutes, 10 points. Game 2, 23 minutes, 7 points. He's now got 19 points. And we've still got 4:52 left. And another free throw that could put Illawarra in front.
When you are an aggressive player and a scorer, nothing better than you in the bonus, knowing every time you get fouled, you're going to shoot 2 free throws.
Illawarra back in front by 1. Inside 5 minutes. Newell. And trying to step in between them with 4:41 left. He hit the deck. How are you seeing it from your side, Hammer?
Well, it's obviously going to go down to the wire, fellas, but both these teams have to be smart. You can't keep putting the opposition to the free throw line to reduce pressure at this stage of the game. You've got to stay between your man and the basket, stop any penetration, and then put a hand up and contest the shot. You get that done, and that's enough at this stage of the game.
Newell at the line. Missed game 2 with that shoulder injury, but been hot tonight. 16 points so far. Ties it up again at 79 apiece, and as Hammer said, it's free throws for 3 throws at the moment. From one end to the other. And Newell misses the second, so we're all tied up at 79 apiece. Ball to Conrad, to Blanchfield. Ogilvy puts up the 3 bomb. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Continues the form. Not a shot that you would want him to shoot. Not a high percentage three-point shooter, but you'll take it right now to Illawarra.
Handy 3-point lead now after that. Newell back down the other end. Anything you can do. I got it too. Just as deep a bag of tricks from DJ Newell.
Putting together a big game. 20 points.
All tied up again. 82 apiece. This has gone up another level.
Uh-oh.
Brooks. Is it Aaron Brooks' time? Back out to Conrad for 3. Huge arc on that. And a massive rebound. Machado might go it alone here. Thought about it. Newell for 3. And for the lead back. It's a freak show all of a sudden.
I told you, those two have to have big games. Scott Machado pushes it in transition, has nothing, but waits for the trailing Newell. Big 3.
And Paul takes it himself. A little of the LaMelo show we were after.
Nice drive to the basket. 9 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists by Ball.
Cairns by 1 with possession. And we could still be headed for overtime. Machado and Brooks knocked it away. Still a Cairns ball. Crowd enjoying every second of it at the moment. Brooks not convinced with that call.
Aaron Brooks is a lockdown defender. It is really tricky right now because we all know he has 4 fouls. How aggressive is too aggressive on the ball?
4 on the shot clock. 3, 2, flicked away, and a charge call. Huge call.
Huge call and great defense. Help side rotation from the weak side by Aaron Brooks. He has 4 fouls and is continuously in plays defensively.
That is an amazing. He ggets that call against him. He is done for the night. That took some ticker to stand in the hole there.
Definitely. He's a tough customer. That's for sure.
All right. Thanks to that call and that bit of ticker from Aaron Brooks, Illawarra could take the lead back with this possession. Catch your breath while you can. This one exceeding expectations for two winless teams. But there's everything on the line here. Brooks steps it in on Oliver, takes it to the hole. Illawarra by one.
Too fast, too quick. Aaron Brooks.
Machado. Ding. Who wants the shot? Oliver gives it back. 4 on the shot clock. Machado is going to have to put it up here. He lost it. Newbill from long range. On the buzzer. If you don't mind, that's ridiculous.
See, incredible, baby. That is exactly what we're seeing.
Cairns back out by 2. All the way down to 1 second left on the shot clock. Gave them the lead. Ogilvy had a chance. Conrad tries to shake and bake. Takes it to the hole. Slapped away. Whose ball? Whose ball? 1:52 left.
Everything you need in this contest is all happening. You got it right here.
Just checking here. The refs having a chat to each other. What about that? Shot clock winding down to 0. And he puts in the 3 bomb to give them a 2-point lead, 88-86. Timeout called, 1:52 left. And you're right, Corey. Hungry Jacks, NBL 20. We are seeing incredible tonight.
I mean, what do you want? You want incredible? You have that. You want cheeseburgers? You have that. I said Newbill has to have a big game. 26 points. Scott Machado, 14 and 6. Aaron Brooks, 19. Blanchfield, 20. Ogilvy, 16. Everything you want is happening. I told you this was going to be a game, Russ.
And wherever you are watching around the world, if you are watching from overseas and you're watching your first game of the Hungry Jacks NBL 20, great to have you with us if you're watching specifically because LaMelo Ball, the 18-year-old USA sensation, is playing tonight. You're probably enjoying what you're seeing overall as a big show in the NBL because Brooks has brought it, Machado has brought it, Newbill has brought it, and we're about to go down to the wire with 2 minutes left and 2 points the diff. Take a breath. Like everybody here at the Gong, they're still reviewing it here. That's why we haven't brought the decision to you just yet. Double checking, triple checking, because this call is huge.
It can go either way. We'd love to see a replay on our end.
See, they don't look convinced there either, do they?
They might not want it now.
Can't get any closer to that screen.
Unless there's another angle there. It looks like Oliver taps it out. Yeah, it looks like Oliver taps it out.
So there you go. Looks like Oliver taps it out.
So we're going with what we've got. I don't know. We should need to check which way the different frequencies go down. Okay, play that through. Yep, it does. So it's 14 seconds. So it should be a reset. So it goes straight out of bounds on that play. Yeah. So it should be on 14 seconds. 14 seconds after that.
So they'll reset the clock here. They're going with Oliver tapping it out. Cameron Oliver from Cairns. Okay, so they're going with that.
Hey, so Vaughn. There's no timeout because timeout.
So close.
Yeah. But they've got to go with what they saw. And that's what they saw, 88-86.
Timeout can't start until the review's finished because what if it's the other team's ball, then it changes the whole timeout. So they cancel.
And here it is again. There'll be a fresh 14 on the shot clock and an Illawarra ball unless they could find another angle that causes them to turn that decision around. Off Oliver. Illawarra ball. Okay, here we go. Hope you've caught your breath. Blanchfield. Cairns by 2. Illawarra have possession. Brooks has the ball. They set it up. Tries to shake and bake on Newell. Went between the two of them. Little tip, little tap, a little two.
A.J. Ogilvy, once again, 16 points, 4 rebounds. None bigger than that offensive rebound right there.
That was massive. 1:28 left.
Good defense.
Blanchfield, he tried to get it off Oliver and does. 88 apiece. 1:22 left, and Blanchfield heads up play there. He's got the experience. Blanchfield, second season at the Hawks. Been around the block a bit. Sydney Kings, Melbourne United, Townsville. Cool head there. LaMelo Ball, they've given it to the 18-year-old. He hands it over though. Brooks, and hammered was A.J. Ogilvy, and he will go to the free throw line with a chance to give Illawarra the lead with a minute and change left.
It's a good find. And that penetration by Brooks.
Let's go.
Find that cut in Ogilvy. Ogilvy has been the receiver of many passes between Ball and Brooks. Gotta love playing with guys like that.
Timeout Cairns. Mike Kelly
Ogilvy
has called. Ogilvy will go to the line for 2. So Mike Kelly obviously going to let his boys know what to do with the next possession, because the next possession is going to be massive. A.J. Ogilvy is about 50, just below 50-50 from the free throw line this season, A.J. Ogilvy. So on that rate, he might only put one of the 2 in and give them only a 1-point lead, which will give Cairns a chance to take the lead back with a 2. 1 minute left. Here's Matt Flynn, but we can't listen in because it's inside the last couple of minutes. Corey, what happens from here?
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin?
I mean, both of these teams are pretty much even.
Who takes the shot for Cairns when they get it down the other end?
I'm going to DJ Newbill. He has been a star for them this game. 8 for 11. He's missed 3 shots. He's 5 for 7 from behind the arc. 26 points. He is your guy. Give the ball to Scott Machado, watch him make a play, and find Newbill. Either one of those two have to make it happen.
It could be headed for our first overtime of Hungry Jacks NBL 20. We had plenty last season. Haven't had one so far this season. Hawks home game. They've won their last 6 against Cairns. Cairns have been a bit unlucky in the last season and a bit. They've lost their first 2 games after leading in those 2 games. They've led in this one, and it's all tied up with 1 minute left. A.J. Ogilvy at the line to try and give Illawarra back the lead. First one doesn't go. And we mentioned he's less than 50-50 this season. Can he even give them the lead here? And can they get the rebound if he doesn't? And they don't get the rebound. That was horrible if you're an Illawarra Hawks fan, but perfect for Cairns fans if you're watching at home. Here we go. Cairns for the lead back. Machado's got it. Steps inside. Thought about poking it out. He was poked away. And it's still a Cairns ball. Brooks got a hand on it, and it was off his hand and out of play.
Great defense by Brooks.
Let's go! Let's go!
Good help by A.J. Ogilvy. Good hands at the last second by Brooks. Been everywhere this game.
Still plenty of time on the shot clock for Cairns. LaMelo, Blanchfield, Brooks all out there. Ogilvy and Conrad, the 5 on the floor for Illawarra. Ball having a chat to Matt Flynn. Okay, Machado with the inbound. Cairns to try and take the lead back. Ball in the hands of Matt Jock Deng. Thinks about it. He was stripped. Dash got the strip. Over to you, Illawarra. They could take the lead here. Big strip. Huge turnover. Aaron Brooks, ball in hand.
What a defensive play by Sunday Deck by checking in, getting a stop.
Brooks for the lead. No! Big rebound, Oliver. Still, you can see the shot clock, game clock differential. Cairns can take the lead, but there's a chance Illawarra will get it back. He winds down the clock, Machado. It's Scott Machado time. Will he take it himself? Winds down to single figures. Machado, bravado, doesn't go. Illawarra get a chance to win it on the buzzer. Aaron Brooks, crowd rise. Brooks takes it alone, scoops it. AJ, no. 1 second left. AJ Ogilvy.
Oh my God.
Shane Heel down to you quickly. Oliver's fouled out, over to you, Hammer.
He's missed his last 2 free throws. He's been there. He's done that before where he's missed critical free throws. He's got to beat mental demons right now. Only needs 1 to get these guys home.
There's 1 second left on the clock. Ogilvy at the line. As Shane Heel told you, he missed his last 2 free throws.
D-Russ, I'm going to say this right now. I believe in AJ Ogilvy today. He's played a huge game today for this team. He's going to give at least 1.
3 of 7. There's the numbers. Less than 50-50 as we told you all night. He takes a deep breath. Sweat dripping from him.
That's correct.
He's played his heart out. But now he has to deliver. Been around a long, long time, AJ Ogilvy. Huge moment. Drops it. Illawarra in front. And that'll take some pressure off him with this one. Deep breath. Cairns have a timeout. Don't call it, or did they call it? Long bomb. Illawarra win. Illawarra win a thriller. It was crazy at the sandpit. Illawarra by 1.
What an incredible effort by Illawarra. AJ Ogilvy hits one of the free throws and knew if he missed the second one, they would not have enough time to get a shot off.
'89-'88, brilliant game. Corey Homicide Williams talked me through it.
Oh my goodness. I mean, what can you say about Illawarra? From start, they started off slow. They changed the lineup. They were 0-2. They enter Aaron Brooks in the lineup. Ogilvy comes off the bench. Josh Boone gets his nose broken. Ogilvy re-enters the game, plays huge. 20 points. The game-winning, 19 points, the game-winning free throw. Todd Blanchfield, 20 points, 4-8 from the field. Everybody defensively stepped their games up, collectively got it done. LaMelo Ball, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Great job by Illawarra to get their first win at home.
Amazing scenes. Hungry Jacks NBL 20 is living up to expectations as we head downstairs to Shane Heel.
Well, the Bunnings player of the game is none other Aaron Brooks. How's the atmosphere in here, and what a turnaround from the result against Perth.
Man, isn't this fun, man? This is fun basketball. Big game from AJ, big game from Todd. We shot it just a little bit better today. Hopefully we continue on this, win is contagious, man. So this feels good. Get this under our belt, get the jitters out, but we got a big game coming up next time.
What about you? You started on the bench the first 2 games. You started tonight. You're unbelievable in the first half, really aggressive. Is that how you want to play?
I just want to win, man. That's it, Rod. That's all we want to do is win by any means necessary. And we show resilience today. These are 2 hungry teams that was 0-2, and we battled. We battled today. You can tell on the defensive end. That's why it was 88 points. We got to do a better job of shooting the ball, but, you know, once you win one, hopefully it's contagious, man.
You get feisty during those games. You're getting the crowd involved, too. I think you're becoming a bit of a crowd favorite over here, mate.
It's weird, man. They want you to control your composure but still be amped up. Like, I don't know how to do both, you know what I'm saying? So I just got to be me. Our team got to be us. Man, Toddy and Tim came in and stepped in that starting lineup and played great today. It gave us freedom of movement. The lanes was open today. We hit some shots in the third quarter. That's how we got to play, and once we get more comfortable, I think we'll be better at it. Got to do a better job of rebounding, though.
Congrats, mate. Played a great game. Well done. And I never understood it either. Trying to control the passion, Dwayno.
Good on you, Hammer. Great to have you down there. Aaron Brooks, who started the NBA, telling us how much he loves the NBL. AJ Ogilvy on the buzzer, delivering the win for Illawarra.
Everybody commit to the D-boards right now. Everybody. All right? Till we get it. We don't run until we get it.
We don't get much love at the rim, but that doesn't mean we don't continue to go there. Keep getting feet in the paint.
We're coming together, be real aggressive, crack, we're into it. Offensively, we've got corner, give it the horns wedge next time.
Next time down, invert. You're at the top. I want to put Sean Long in those pick and rolls on top.
You're going to clean up Casper's man. It's a layup for JT, or it's an open shot for Casper. If we don't have anything, we've got DK Casper pick and roll with JT in the dunker.
Keep playing the D, keep talking, keep in front, make guys score through our chest.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, I love our energy now. Let's finish this quarter. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Get on the height. Ready, together. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.